So big win here by the Miami Heat, taking the win over the Warriors. Your final score, I think, is 116 to 109. I don't actually know about that. But before we get started, though, please drop a quick like and a sub on today's video. That would really help my channel grow. I'd really appreciate that. Now, though, let's dive into the analysis. So, big win for the Miami Heat. They've put some wins back to back to back. Obviously, they were in Indiana last night and beat that Pacers team in a close game. But more importantly, this was a game where we finally saw the Miami Heat show up and score the ball. And I've been talking about that over the past few days in my past few videos about the Miami Heat. The Heat, they've been playing some really, really good defense, but offensively they've struggled. They haven't been able to, put the ball in the back, put the ball in the basket. But at the end of the day, they did a good job tonight. And the reason they did a good job tonight was their passing, their shooting, their ability to get to the paint. But overall, defensively, I still think that they played well. They played as well as you can against Steph Curry. He still was able to put up like 36 points in tonight's game. He's such a dynamic shooter, and he's such an elite playmaker, and he's just a devastating player that can attack you from so many different places. But overall, I like the defense that this Miami Heat team brings to the table. Guys like Bam did a really good job on Steph Curry, and because there's so many versatile defenders on that Miami Heat defense, guys like Butler, guys like Oladipo now, guys like Trevor Ariza, guys like Bam Adebayo, and with Duncan Robinson being a better defender now, it allows for the Miami Heat to switch on guys and have their defense play seamlessly, and we saw that in today's game. But more importantly, offensively, it was Butler finishing off, Bam playing well, Duncan Robinson continuing to make threes, and then Tyler Herro doing what he does best, shooting the ball well, off the dribble, off the pass and shoot game. But also, Victor Oladipo, and we'll talk about his debut. He only scored 6 points, had a couple assists, had a couple rebounds, but overall, I thought he actually played pretty well. I'm sure he struggled shooting the ball a little bit, only went 2 for 8 from the field. But what I liked from him was his defensive intensity, his defensive effort. That's the number one thing I think that he was brought to the Heat for. Number one thing was defense. Sure, and he's going to add some points, but I think he added points tonight not by scoring the ball. Sure, he had that. He had a few points, but more importantly, facilitating. And he was such a great passer tonight, setting up some guys and really attacking the basket, dishing the ball out, and really being an influential player in that game. But also the Heat are really deep. Ariza played well. He ended up starting the game, but also a guy like Andre Igoudala really showed up in that fourth quarter, knocking down a few triples, playing good defense. Once again, the length, the defense, and just the veteran leadership of some of those guys really helped Miami once again tonight. But it's a continuation of stuff we've seen. It's a continuation of the defensive intensity, but I think that with Victor Oladipo playing, he's not going to put up 6 points every night. He's going to put up more than that. He's going to be a much bigger part of the offense. But I still think he's working his way back. He's getting used to the system here in Miami. Today, remember, was only his first game, so we'll see him over the next couple games. I know the Heat have the Cavs coming up, I think, next. But we'll see Oladipo play a bigger role in the offense. But at the end of the day, what did the Heat do well in this game? They shot the ball well. They passed the ball well. And at the end of the day, they played in that fourth quarter with the lead, and they were able to keep on to lead because of good defense and being able to pressure Steph Curry. Even though Steph Curry made shots. Like at the end of the day, it's hard to guard him. But overall, I still think that the Heat played well defensively. They did a good job getting to the basket, finishing off free throws. And just scoring, and that was something that we hadn't seen. We hadn't seen that scoring touch from the Heat, but the Heat shooters got their way tonight. Dragic putting up Duncan putting up big numbers, Herro putting up big numbers, and then even guys like Igoudala and Ariza contributing big points tonight too. But it was really Butler and Bam doing their jobs. Defensive intensity is something that we're continuing to see, and then, although their defense was probably better in the first half than the second half, the game opened up a little bit more. Overall, the defense is what's going to carry this team to the playoffs, and I think that they could be a very tough team to play, just because of how many versatile defenders they have. They can switch really easily, they can switch seamlessly, and they really convert the defense into the offense. So overall, I think this was a good win by Miami tonight. They did a good job. They got the job done. They've got a little game. They've got a little winning streak going. So with that said, really good job from the Heat tonight, and congrats on the win. Oladipo's first game too, I think went pretty well. Played pretty well defensively. Was able to be a really good playmaker on the offensive side too. So overall, I love what the Heat were able to do tonight. That said, it's pretty much going to end the video. If you're new around here, please drop a quick like and a sub. That would really help my channel grow. And with that said, until next time, I'll see ya.